Chris Chandler is going to be taking off out of town soon, so good to see you here tonight, Chris. Here you go.
Lots of readers in a row. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to be leaving probably either tomorrow morning or the next morning. I'm not sure. I wanted to, because this is Naked City, and Naked City means a whole lot to me. Mainly because the thing I like about it is like, I know I've written about 25 songs in this room, in this room, and I think is important about it is like reading out what you wrote that day, and this is something I scribbled into Rick McIntyre's notebook here. Let's start it off with something. Play me a song, harmonica Tom. You always last one go. The songs that you compose, oh, they make my spirit grow. Knock it from your pocket, let it flow. 3 weeks, that's 21 days, here in liberal Massachusetts. Sure, I went down to the snow in Connecticut, but that turned into mud in Rhode Island. Had a little sojourn up to desolate Sununu isolationism in New Hampshire. But all that aside, 3 weeks in Massachusetts, liberal Massachusetts, and my thoughts go back to my birthday, just a few weeks ago. You know, that night the war started. Sue, the rock woman, the kind of person that needs her own story. Anyway, she and I had a long embrace when the bombs started flying, and we linked arms and joined in a spontaneous march through Washington. Join us, we shouted. And these chants that I've never heard before, these spontaneous hip-hop things, it was like, hell no, we won't go, we won't die for Texaco, said Neil. Hell no, we won't go, we won't die for Texaco, said Neil. Repeat ad infinitum. And the whole march blurred like one of those weekends alone with a brand new lover. The kind where you just think that was great. What happened? It's over. The kind where Monday morning just slams into you like a runaway subway car. Only Monday morning was a brigade of cops in riot gear. And I found myself no longer linked arms with Sue, the rock woman, but I was linked arms with a kid, maybe 19 years old, and no one else. And we were in the eye of a hurricane on horseback. It was spinning 360 degrees, and the kid was screaming. My blur snapped into focus as I heard, not saw, not felt, I heard the crack of a billy club come down on his head. And I saw the blood, and I heard again the thwack, thwack, and the blood, and my arms went limp as the kid fell, and I was dragged away. And I felt the friendly grip on my hand as Sue, the rock woman, pulled me away into safety. I wish I knew what pulled me to liberal Massachusetts. 3 weeks. I feel the same carnage here. I play the subway platform again and again to shouts of passion from the other side. I was down in South Station. This guy was so upset he was shivering. I mean, I actually thought the guy was going to have a heart attack. So I backed off. He calmed down. He calmed down long enough to go get the cops, and I was shut down. Emotions are running high in these trying times, but this is emotional dyslexia, intellectual anorexia, and this is not the time for us to be adversaries. The sound of that fire alarm is still blaring in my ears down in Harvard Square. Yeah, Harvard Square, the last bastion of liberalism. Chris Dunn, America's unsung hero. Ask me what I've seen on this trip to Boston. But that question just got drowned out by that fire alarm. You see, some freedom lover couldn't take what I had to say about this madness, so he pulled that fire alarm to shut me up. But I'm not in the subway anymore, and I can't get the out of my head. I went down to the Tasty with Chris and Lee Kidd, and all the other potential characters of the Ravenous Piglet Chronicles. We were talking about the underground, but underground, at least on the subways, there's alarms and cops and permits. Now's not the time for us to be adversaries. That was the Tasty since 1919. You ever stop to think how many seeds, how many how many seeds were planted here, how many ideas that we've never heard of, how many thwarted revolutions got plotted here. So what have I seen here in Boston? There's some cat that goes by the name of Flathead on the streets. Where did that guy come from? I ain't been here since August. Where the hell did that guy come from? And there's Ruby Luby Mason. I know where the hell she came from. Jan, you're rocking. You are rocking. That was a great song she sang tonight. Then there's the new Stone Soup and the new Catch. And Marcia and all the people that are growing here at the Naked City Coffee House. It's hard to explain just how far everybody's come since August. Since I saw you last, anyway. It's really hard to explain when nothing in your head is but... And the impending dread of knowing that this is liberal Massachusetts. And knowing firsthand that it is liberal Massachusetts. And knowing I'm headed to Columbus, Ohio, and Louisville, Kentucky, and Springfield, Missouri, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Norman, Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm taking this shit to the streets and singing on Norman, Oklahoma. That's Boston. Wonder what's going to happen in Oklahoma. This is no time for us to be adversaries. Play me a song, harmonica Tom. Now's not the time for us to be adversaries. It's hard to stay sane when the whole world's going mad. So goodbye, Naked City. Goodbye, liberal Boston. Goodbye, snow. You're the one thing I won't miss. Goodbye, Hiya Dove. Goodbye, Sweet Home Alabama. Goodbye, fresh faces and old faces. Goodbye. And goodbye, tea. I'll never sing your praises again. And goodbye, unsung hero. Chris, keep singing. Keep singing. Keep singing.
All right. Chris Chandler.